Although this bill was originally introduced in 2025, it recently saw committee activity again in Congress. And that's why I wanted to talk about it today. The bill is called the VA Funding and Workforce Protection Act, also known as HR 2722. Now, instead of reading congressional legal language line by line, I want to break this down in plain English and explain what lawmakers are trying to do with this bill and why some veterans and VA employees may be paying attention to it. And first, this bill is not law right now. It is still moving through the legislative process. But the bill itself gives insight into concerns surrounding VA staffing, fundings, layoffs, and hiring freezes. One of the biggest sections of the bill deals with VA funding. According to the legislation, discretionary funding for the Department of Veterans Affairs could not be delayed, transferred, or reprogrammed unless Congress specifically approves it through future legislation. Now, in simple terms, lawmakers are basically trying to prevent VA funding from being quietly moved around or withheld without direct congressional approval. The bill also says the Secretary of Veterans Affairs would need to notify Congress if the VA is within 30 days of a potential funding shortfall. Another major part of the bill focuses on hiring freezes. The legislation states that the Department of Veterans Affairs will be exempt from hiring freezes through January 2029. That's important because staffing shortages have been a major topic of discussion throughout the VA healthcare system. Many veterans have experienced long wait times, appointment delays, or difficulty accessing certain services. And staffing levels are often part of this conversation. The bill also addresses veteran employees who may have been removed from VA positions during this time frame. According to the bill, certain veterans who were career VA employees and removed from employment during the covered period could potentially be reinstated to their positions or equivalent positions. There's also language dealing with layoffs and workforce reductions. The bill says Congress would need advance written notice before certain VA workforce reductions or reorganizations take place. Another interesting section deals with probationary employees at the VA. The legislation includes restrictions on removing probationary employees and also requires certain reports to Congress when removals do occur. So overall, this bill appears focused on several major goals: protecting VA funding, reducing the impact of hiring freezes, limiting layoffs, increasing congressional oversight, and trying to stabilize the VA workforce. Now, whether this bill ultimately advances or not remains to be seen. Bills can change significantly during the legislative process, and many never become law at all. But this does show that at least some lawmakers remain concerned about staffing levels, workforce stability, and funding protections within the Department of Veterans Affairs. And if there are major developments involving this bill, I'll continue covering them here on this channel. If you like this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Veterans helping veterans.